How to attach a Warbonnet buckle setup on the end of your hammock using a lark's head. So normally the Warbonnet buckles come spliced permanently onto a loop of amseal, like these. So if you wanted to just take a couple of these buckles and install them on the end of your hammock, you can't just do it with a lark's head. So it seems like you'd be able to just lark's head them on there. The problem with this is the lark's head tries to close and it won't let the buckles function properly. You can get the lark's head to center at the top, but then the lark's head will close and the buckles won't release or they won't lock up well. So I came up with a loop that, among other things, will allow you to quickly attach a set of Warbonnet buckles to the end of your hammock. So with this loop on the end of my hammock, I can attach a set of Warbonnet buckles to the hammock really quick using a non-closing lark's head. So I just do like I was going to lark's head the buckles onto my hammock, and then the loop, I take this knot right here and it becomes part of the loop. So I let the knot go through the buckle and then I let the original loop ride on top of the knot. So now I have a non-closing lark's head. So these are lark's headed onto the end of this, almost like a soft shackle configuration. And now they can move freely, just like in this configuration. And it's kind of cool because even though they can move freely and function perfectly, they're not so noisy. Like they don't jingle jangle like the other ones. And they also tend to want to stay in this configuration. When I have them on the regular loop, they kind of dance around, and when I pull them out of the stuff sack, they typically look like this, and I gotta kind of fiddle with them to get them right. Not a big deal, they still work perfectly well. Once the strap is through them, all that jangling goes away. But with this method, you can quickly attach a set of these buckles on your hammock. Like if you're maybe going to give your hammock to a newbie that doesn't want to tie knots, or to a youngster or something, and then when you're ready to go back to like a Beckett hitch or your own special type of buckle, you can just quickly take them off, and there you go. And some people might criticize the functionality of the knot right here holding this loop, but what you'll find once these buckles get weighted up, there becomes a little shelf right here that this loop rides inside of. And the way the diamond knot is tied, the strands of the diamond knot drive these two strands closed. So this becomes a super secure connection point, and this loop will stay on there reliably. So I'll show you one more time and demonstrate what I'm talking about. So with that loop around the knot, you can see where it closes in there. And once weight is pulled, it won't come off with the knot. And even when it's on weight, this thing can go into a stuff sack and be messed around with and twisted, and it will still stay in that configuration for you. And if for some reason that loop was forced off of the knot, say it was forced off the knot, it's still not going to fail. So, for instance, if you were hanging in the hammock and somehow some force came and forced the loop off the knot and you were already set up, the buckle's not going to fail and the webbing won't slip. It'll just close the lark's head up like that. So even though it could, with excessive agitation, come off of the knot, if it did, it would never be a problem. But it's a very reliable connection point, and it just makes you be able to attach those buckles and do quite a few other things, which I'll show in another video, as well as how to make them. Thanks for watching.